Welcome back, everyone, to Not Your Advisor by NYU Grad, Stocks and Finance in under 15 minutes. Let's jump right in. This is going to be a short episode today, but let's go through the order. For breadth, we had 277 new highs and 147 new lows. So that's not too bad. Advancing was much more impressive. 80% advancing versus 1,550 declining. Much better improvement from yesterday's action on Tuesday. And looking at the 50-day, not much change from yesterday. 44% of stocks remain under the 50-day, and 36% of stocks remain under its 200-day moving average. I want to just point out right off the bat, if you're going to log off now, the summary here is that Apple has lost its 200-day and closed below a trend line that dates back to 2003. So looking at the complexion of today's action after yesterday's horrific day, we continued to bounce. Yesterday we bounced into the close. The Dow finished up 151 points, up 0.4%. The NASDAQ closed up 203 points, up 1.3%. And the S&P 500 closed up 47 points, or 0.96%. But more importantly, it was able to retake the 5,000 level. I guess Joe Biden made a call to either Treasury Secretary Yellen or the Federal Reserve. But we bounced. The Russell 2000, just like on Monday, led to the downside. To the upside. Tuesday led to the downside. And today led back to the upside. So we're kind of just like in this cross current, which I noted yesterday on the podcast. But it was a very strong day, and I would say it wasn't broad, but it was broader than just NVIDIA. Just to kind of go through some of the numbers, you had the dollar down 0.21%. You also had the Treasury yield for the 10-year down 1%, but it's still yielding 4.2%. So it came down from 4.3 from yesterday, but it still remains elevated. And I think you have to continue to watch it because I believe that there's more risk that it'll go to 4.5 than it will go to 3.8. What else stood out today? SMCI up 11.25%, ARM up 5.35%, AMD, which showed relative strength on Tuesday, was up today, up 4.17%. NVIDIA was up 2.4%, Tesla up 2.5%, Apple was down, as I noted, 0.5% to 184. Amazon was up 1.39. Meta was up 2.86. Google was up 0.5, and Microsoft was up 0.78. What else stood out? Lyft, they had that whole typo fiasco yesterday after earnings, but they lifted off and were up pretty big today, and Uber joined in on the party. Keep watching some of these important areas like the Magnificent Seven, NVIDIA, SMCI, ARM Holdings. When I look at what was weak on my watch list, you had MGM down 6%, Instacart down 1.8%, Airbnb down 1.7%, and that's really about it. What to watch? Later this week, you have the PPI data and employment numbers coming out. Keep also watching tech layoffs. I will start to include the link on my show notes to trueup.io, which tracks tech layoffs. And my hunch is that if we don't get a cut soon, in interest rates by the Fed, you are going to see tech layoffs kind of explode. On Thursday at 8:30, you have initial jobless claims. You also have Empire manufacturing survey data, Philly Fed manufacturing data, all coming out at 8:30, as well as retail sales. And then you have at 10 a.m. Eastern home builder confidence. And on in the afternoon, you have Fed Governor Christopher Waller, who speaks at 1:15, and 7 p.m. You have Fed President Bostic, who is speaking on Thursday. So that's going to wrap it up. Real short and sweet today. One bit of housekeeping. If you all do follow the Substack and then also listen to the podcast daily, I would really appreciate if you can go to one of the links, whether if you listen to on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and just give it a 5-star rating. It'll help other folks find the podcast and just help the channel grow, and it doesn't cost you anything to do. So that would be a big favor. So I will see you all after the Thursday session. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. And if you're single, good luck on the dating apps. And I will see you soon. Later.